stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming off a contest that looks real good on paper between these Road Warriors and the New York Jets. Along the away sideline, get a look at their head coach. His side enjoying one of the league's best records so far. They're sitting at 5-1. Opposing him, that's Aaron Glenn, head coach of the Jets. These guys making the long trip home from their International Series game last week, so not as much time as usual to prepare for this one. Tate Scott joined by my partner Brock Heward. It's going to be longtime vet Nick Folk to get us started. And we're off in East Rutherford. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterback. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, big old win last week.
Not the way you want to start your game, but the pick was dropped, so the opening drive continuing now with second down. Short pass brought in, and he's brought down after a short gain. Jets into the nickel, third down. To the air on third and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Their punter making his way out now. Isaiah Davis will return this for the Jets. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Fields this at the 19. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So now it's the Jets getting out on offense for their opening drive. Leading them out now in his 5th season here in the NFL. Won 4 of his 6 starts last year. Justin Fields.
And if he could only flip that 3-to-1 ratio, have it be 3 touchdowns to 1 pick, instead of the other way around, I think we'd have seen that loss flip to a win as well. Clean slate this week. We'll see what he's done to address the showing from his last time out.
A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. All set to go now from the 35.
First and 10 at the 35.
Play action now. It's Fields. His first throw is an interception. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down. All set to go now from the 35. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. That one's complete right side. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Hand off to the up back. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
You sign me up. I love giving those fullbacks a cookie. Not just short yardage, not third down. No. Give the fullback his chance. Give him the ball on first down and watch him do his thing.
And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal. At the 5-yard line.
He gets it again. And he's going to be stopped short. They bring him down as he gets to the 3. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be third and goal.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and goal.
Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
Short of the goal line.
A gain of 2, and after back-to-back runs fail, it's fourth and goal. Just about a yard to the markers, and they're going to take the risk and go for this. Oh, wow, Brock, a 4th straight carry. And he gets in, touchdown. These guys go up 6-0 here in the first. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
Jets, nothing.
After the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Return starts from the goal line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And time to hit a quick reset here, partner, after they find themselves behind following that opening drive, INT.
Yeah, you say reset, I say control, alt, delete. Pretend like it didn't even happen. You got to flush it in a hurry. Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do.
On him quick, and they bring it down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board. You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we work our way through this regular season, you can see he's currently sitting in the top 5 of the league in passing. Finds him over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. So first down from the 41. There's a dive up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Right up the gut. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Offense to the line. Second down. They're going to throw out of the gun. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They've got first down here from the 36. Plowing up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Air it out on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. A 49-yarder in front of him here. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Pretty big kick for him. Actually, a new season long. And when you do that, guess what happens? You're going to get called upon from that distance yet again.
And he takes a knee in the end zone for a touchback. The Jets have to begin another drive. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, Hall. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Field slides down safely as he picks up the first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. It's a 10-0 ball game. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. On the keeper, here's Fields. Offense wins zone read, but what a read by the defense. They blow it up for a loss of 4. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive. Because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed. Maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Begins his return at the 16. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The visitors ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. And this is brought to a stop up at, say, the 34-yard line there. All set now. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's a throw. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Trying to find his tight end. So 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Hand off to the back. Looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Quincy Williams making the tackle. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Can't convert on 3rd. That's to the ground and incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left with 4th down here. Now here comes the New York offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurricane. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Fields out of the gun. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return.
That's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
2nd and a yard at the Jets' 10-yard line.
Back to throw. Cut in the end zone for the touchdown. These guys make them pay for turning it over. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when he's going for the end zone.
That one right down the middle. And these guys take a 3-possession lead. After they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Jets offense now set to take over. And things starting to get a little out of hand for them, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. New York to the line. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here we go. Green 19,
Off play action, it's Fields. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30.
That's a gain of 4.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Try to run for it with Hall. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Good for a Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere. As a result, it's going to be 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Don't jump. Ready?
They'll throw. 3rd and long. It's caught by Wilson. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Fields on 1st down. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Fields. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. That throw was looking for Mason Taylor. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Sets up a 3rd down and 18.
3rd and long for him here. He connects with the rookie from LSU. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. Stick around. More from MetLife Stadium on the other side. So on 4th down, here comes Nick Folk to attempt this for the Jets. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. The kick by Folk is good. And the gap closes to 14 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
The offense headed back to the field. They're already on a modest little winning streak here. Currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Dive play straight ahead. The drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Looking slant route complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. To the line, here's 3rd and 3. going to throw it. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this fourth down. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Punt team on the field. On to return Isaiah Davis. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. The Jets headed out on offense late in this first half. They still have access to a pair of timeouts, a little time left as well, so points very much in play here. Oh, Fields loses it. But it looked like someone on the Jets got to it first, so the Jets hold on to the football. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Here we go, son.
Here's Fields to throw. Right side, this is caught by Taylor. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Ooh, and before he can find any yards, he finds that sideline instead. That's going to bring up fourth down. Another punt coming up. Austin McNamara to again do the honors.
Formation for the Jets.
And that return's going to leave them enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they want before the half. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry. So entering the locker room, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott. Not a big window for those halftime speeches. They're right back out of the locker room and set to resume play with the third quarter. Teams are back out on the field. Everyone is set, and the second half is underway. They'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So here's the Jets offense. Getting ready to start our third quarter. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's first and 10. Play action, Fields. Throw left side. Taylor has it. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Here we go. 3:19, Jets.
Off the play fake, it's Fields. Buying some time. Oh, and quick there. They bring him to the turf. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 32-yard line.
Fields throwing here. Complete to Braylon Allen. Escapes the defender. Down the sideline to the 45. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. Offense getting set. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hall. He dodged the tackle. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
First down.
Here we go, son.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Oh, the rush is too much here. Down he goes. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. From deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. But it looked like someone on the Jets got to it first, so the Jets hold on to the football.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
They dodged the turnover, but still third and pretty long. They've got to figure out. Here he goes, third and long. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And this drive has come to a screeching halt. 3 straight sacks. That brings up 4th down. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Austin McNamara will kick this away. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. Now this offense getting set to work here. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL. But it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. They're going to try and throw it here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. He's got a man left. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. They'll send out the punting unit. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Play action now. It's Fields. Connects with his back. Hall. They aren't getting anything here, Brock. They're actually going to lose some. Back to the 10. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Here we go.
Fields to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Here we go, son.
They fake the handoff. Now Fields fits it through the middle. And this one won't get there. It looks good, but the stop is made just before he could get the first. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Starts the return at the 34. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. They've got 1st down here from the 36. This offense ready to get going again now. They didn't add to their lead last time. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Gets everything he has under this one. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jarring moves, incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Setting up to throw. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
It's 4th down.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. They'll start this one out with Hall. And And he stops quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Mitchell now in motion left.
19 windy, here we go.
Throwing now off the play action. It's caught left side by Mitchell. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one. It kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Here we go, son.
Throw here, 3rd down. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
McNamara in punt formation for the Jets.
Starts his return from the 23. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Here's the one back on the handoff. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Back-to-back carries here. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. First and 10 now from the 46. Setting him on the dime. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
This time it's a passing play. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Rolling back in the backfield, and they give it to him. They get there to take him down right around the 41. That one gains 7. And they're going to have a 1st down now.
At the 41-yard line.
This is Bryant. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Finds him over the middle. And they take him down right along the 30. That's a pickup of 9. And that's going to bring up 1st down. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Throwing on 2nd. That's bringing pressure, and they got him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. I'll throw it. Throwing this one back at the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
On return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. That's exactly what this offense has got to do.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Second down now, 7 to go.
And 7 at the 27-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come through the sack to bring around third down.
Here we go, Sai.
Air it out on third. They set up the screen here for Hall. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. When I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
He's got it at the 5. And in he goes for the touchdown. These guys put up even more points in a win. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. Right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with. And when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
On the return, here comes Davis. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Jets out to begin another drive. And the last time we saw Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out.
Here we go, Sai.
On first and 10, it's Fields. They bring pressure, and they're going to get to him. And after one play of this drive, might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
Hey, Kate, it's time to add some players and some names and a team to the all-time record list. It used to read 12 when it comes to sacks, accomplished 5 times. But you know what we just witnessed? We just witnessed the 13th sack of this game in NFL history. This group has lived behind the other side of the line all game long, and now they will live in those record books right now.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Leads to 3rd down and 5.
Here we go, Sai. Green.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Oh, he's going to run for it. And Fields slides down safely as he picks up the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
It's on the in route. And this one will get them into enemy territory. Hit and stop quickly. The catch moves him to the 48. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
First down.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 48.
Fields out of the gun. He tucks it and takes off. Lost control of another one. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Fields to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
Now, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen blow, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows 100-fold with your teammates.
A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw Fields. And he just hooks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Fields looking to throw. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
Dave, I got to believe you harken back to that earlier pick and thought the better and make it another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Got a man. This is Reynolds. Touchdown, New York. The Jets putting up points in a game decided.
Will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They want to run it across. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down to the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
On 1st down, they'll run. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Back to the well again. They're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown. These guys keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. You've got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. On return, here comes Davis. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now here comes the New York offense. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score.
Let's go.
To the air, Taylor. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. The Jets take their first time out. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
At the 35-yard line.
Call his own number. Offense wins zone read, but what a read by the defense. They blow it up for a loss of 4. Timeout taken by New York. That's it 2nd. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
Yeah, I'm just kind of laughing because I can feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
He finds it beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 2nd down now. They need 7. Taylor now. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. but that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series, and don't put the ball in harm's way.
And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. A nice showing here from our winners as we say so long from New York.